Gasworks is a small organisation, small visual arts organisation based in South London. We have studios for London-based artists. We also run a programme of international residencies for artists from abroad. We have a programme of exhibitions and finally a huge participation programme with the local community. In a very small space hidden at the back of the cricket ground in the Oval, we have sort of a hub of activities really, looking both internationally but also locally.
The participation programme has been like a full-time programme for maybe only 5-6 years, so it's sort of quite young in what it's been doing, considering that Gasworks has been here for about 20 years. We've always done very specific kind of projects in our local community, and having it as a full-time programme has really enabled us to kind of continue those links with people and organisations living and working locally, and that's really important to the programme.
Left. Right.
I came here with an idea, with a project to work in collaboration with the participation program and to do a workshop for the communities. It was a very good opportunity, the workshop, because I was having this idea of working with other people and need in the space, but the fact that I was having a group here was like a very good thing. I saw the response of the group, like that was the most exciting thing.
I work a lot with lots of different artists who I invite to be part of the programme and to run different projects or workshops or events or installations that happen either here at Gasworks or in the locality, like in the parks or in the local schools or community centres. And it's about kind of enabling engagement in what's happening here at Gasworks in contemporary art practice, in working with artists who might be from all over the world, including Chile, like Catalina.
We run 16 residencies every year for artists who live and work outside the UK. And the way, in our experience, the way they've been benefiting artists is that they are a period of time, in our case 3 months, where artists can just focus on making work, away from all the other preoccupation.
It was a very experimental way to think about knitting. We were trying to translate techniques in a much more sculptural or performative way.
Right. Left.
We created something that was very particular to the group of women that we were working with, and the fact that I knew who they were and connect them through this project is very interesting for the programme, because that's what it does. It's about kind of finding connections between people and facilitating meeting points. So as an outcome in itself, providing that context was really important.
A lot of artists end up working alone in isolation, hours and hours in your own studio. And here's an opportunity to be surrounded by a whole new group of friends and colleagues. And I think you have to make the most of that, because you know, it's some of these residencies are once in a lifetime, and in my experience, having seen lots of artists coming through our doors, the ones that have benefited most are the ones that have tried something completely different, the ones that have met lots of artists, made new friends, and actually through that developed opportunities for themselves.
I feel, in a way, this experience is like the first step of something new in my work, so it has been very refreshing.
What was special about Catalina was that she didn't have to fit in quite so strictly or more formally to the programme itself, which has a strong identity. It was about her being able to develop her practice and her ideas and do experiments that she was interested in, and we were supporting her.
We look for people that are don't just want to get away from it all and make art, but also want to leave something behind. And it may not be a piece of work, but it may be the connections, the energy, the ideas that sort of help everybody, not just them. So it's a collective effort, and it's exciting.
If you are not doing a residency, maybe you can do something with your colleagues and create a context with them. So don't let that kind of situation stop you working, and yeah. So make your own context, make your own residency.